barely can tell, but I have the new mount. This thing is sturdy. So I ran home after class, picked it up, got it all set up and everything like that. This thing is legitimately sturdy. It's also much, much bigger. I think the diameter suction cup on this is like 4.5 inches. The other one's probably like 1.5 inches, if I had to guess. So like this thing is sturdy. It has the pump on it. So yeah, hopefully we don't have any issues with this. But yeah, so we're on the way to the gym. We have our belt squats and bench. I'm actually kind of really looking forward to bench. Bench is feeling really good. And I'm enjoying it. Like, ever since I kind of, figured out and like discussed with my coach that Q and just kind of just made some more connections along the way, it's been feeling so much better. So, I'm actually really looking forward to that, which is weird for me. But we got to squat first, which it's just belt squat, but still. We got to do those first. I believe it's 3 sets, same weight. First set is at like probably like a 6. I'll have to look, but I don't think it's anything too crazy. And yeah, so we're gonna do that first. And then we'll move on to bench. I believe we just have H rolls afterwards in terms of like accessories. So yeah, I feel like this is super dark, but I'm also under a whole bunch of trees. So I'll see how the lighting is after, like once I get out of this little area. But like this entire road is just tree cover. So probably gonna be pretty dark. I might have to lighten it once I get out of this kind of area, but we'll see. Another note, I still have to open it. It's still in the box, but I got the 110% intro workout. I'm gonna see how that is today. I am kind of looking forward to it because it has obviously hydration and carb stuff, but it also has like some alpha GPC and a couple other things just to help with performance. Now, do I know if it's going to make a huge difference on deload? It probably won't. Realistically, I might not even be able to notice a difference, but it also never hurts to try it, especially with supplements and like things I'm taking pre-workout, like before my workout, not taking a pre-workout. Most supplements I try on a deload or like a week 1. That way, if something catastrophic happens and I'm not able to work out, like especially if it's like a pre-workout and it's just not agreeing with my stomach and it's just I can't work out because of it, well, it's deload, it's week 1. Worst case scenario, I have to skip it, or maybe I can try to fit it in earlier in the week. But like week 4, even like meet day, I do not touch my supplements. Like whatever I've been rocking with for like prep or the last couple months is what I use. Even with food, I do not deviate at all when it comes to food going into like a week 3, 4, and even prep day or meet day. Like food is very, very similar to what I have been eating for my entire prep and just what I consistently eat. It's slightly modified just because of the shorter window and everything like that, but the main concept behind it is the same. Like my go-to meat day meal is like a cup of rice and half a pound of chicken. 8 ounces of chicken. Maybe I'll do 10 if I'm not eating beforehand, or like I'll vary it slightly. But my typical like lunch, which is the last meal that I eat before I train, is a cup of rice and 16 ounces of chicken. Now that's 16 ounces before it's cooked and whatever, but still, the meal is extremely, extremely similar. You got, the carbs for energy, and obviously the reason I do the chicken, some people would just do carbs, like just do rice, just do whatever. I like to throw in the chicken a little bit. That way I'm not starving the entire time. Because it does take slightly longer to digest, which means it's going to feel like I have food in my stomach for longer. Which for me is important, because if I'm like absolutely starving, not really the best, at least for me. And that usually holds me over until like we start deadlifts, and I don't like to have a ton of food in my system for deadlifts anyway. So usually I might have like a granola bar, or we'll kind of base it on the day, but it's usually like a granola bar, not granola bar. I don't even know what that is. Probably not even a word. Granola bar, and probably like some honey or something like that. I don't eat candy. I haven't eaten candy in a while. If I do, it's like very, very rare. And it's like something that I just absolutely have to do. Or I guess I don't have to do, but there's really no other like alternatives. It's like a last resort type thing. I just prefer not to do it. And that's just me. Some people will, and that works for them. That's great. For me, it just does not work. So, yeah, like that entire meal, that rice, that chicken, it's all easy to digest. You have a lot of rice for the energy. But then I have the chicken in there, just have some extra protein, and takes a little bit longer to digest, so I'm not starving for the entire day. But the first thing that I do, especially if I'm doing like any sort of like dehydration stuff, so that in my opinion, that's anything like a water cut, or even just like not drinking water for like 24 hours before weigh-ins, anything like that. First thing I do is drink water. Drink some form of like water, some form of rehydration drink, electrolytes, all that stuff, because that's what you need the most. And then you can go with the food. But being hydrated is more important than pretty much anything else, in my opinion. So like I'll take in a decent chunk of water, and then I'll start eating all my food, and I'll just continue to drink water while I'm eating and doing all that stuff, just to make sure that I'm hydrated and fueled and everything like that. But I don't even remember how I got on this. It was the 110 stuff. So I mean, we'll see kind of like how that goes, and I'm sure it'll be fine. Really not concerned about it at all, but I do want to take it and just kind of see what happens and see how I feel and everything like that. The other thing is it has, I believe it's 600 milligrams of alpha GPC, which is a pretty hefty dose. And if you don't know, alpha GPC helps with focus and just cognitive abilities a little bit. So I have I am unmedicated ADHD. So any little benefit that I can get is huge. So that's one of the big things for me. Like if I'm going to switch pre-workouts, which I don't know why I would, that is like a big thing for me. It's not only that it has it, or different, nootropics in the formula, but also a substantial dose. I have been looking around at other companies' pre-workouts, and most of the time, the Alpha GPC or just the nootropic in general is underdosed. I need to make this brighter again. It's 9 times out of 10 it's underdosed. 110 it's not. It actually is like slightly overdosed, which for me is great because it actually helps me focus. And like I don't need the caffeine or anything like that because for some people with ADHD, caffeine does not have an effect. It actually kind of has the opposite. So like I can drink a Monster and then go fall asleep, like immediately fall asleep. Caffeine can make ADHD people sleepy. For me, it does not really have that effect unless I actually try to go to sleep. But like if I'm in the gym, I'm up, I'm in class, I'm doing whatever, I'm fine. But like if I were to go lay down in bed and I just drank a Monster or any form of energy drink, I'm gonna fall asleep. So I also just have a lot of energy to begin with, so I don't need pre-workout or anything like that for the caffeine, which is another benefit of the 110 is there's just a lot of performance stuff in there, and the owner Kevin, like he really thinks about the ingredients and the formula and everything like that, and it's whole, like his whole thing behind it is performance. He's a powerlifter. He understands powerlifting. He understands kind of like the different how it differs from a bodybuilding training. So he kind of knows, okay, we're looking for this instead of all this pump products. Like we're looking for more focus or more extended like endurance and whatever, opposed to just like this crazy pump formula. And I think that was one of the things that kind of just drew me to the brand, and I've been using it for years. So the other thing is it tastes really good, which some products, they either taste really good and it aren't the best, or they're decent products but they don't taste the best. Like it's kind of hit or miss. So it's obviously I haven't tried every brand. Just from my experience, the ones that taste good are the ones that usually don't have the best formula, at least not for powerlifting purposes. Those are more of like the just straight caffeine pump stuff. And then there are some that just have that caffeine and pump formula and don't taste good. So it's really hit or miss. But that being said, I'll probably talk about this more going on or just going forward, because I really, really enjoy the brand. I talk with Kevin kind of, I don't want to say frequently, but like if I got any questions about products or anything like that, I do talk to him. I resell the brand, so I'm in contact with him somewhat frequently, and like I just try to stay in contact with him, try to stay up to date with the brand, do all this stuff for it. So I'll definitely be talking about it, but yeah, I'm almost at the gym now, so I got my pre-workout here. I got to open up the intra-workout, and then we will mix that in and just see how that is, and we'll get started at the on the belt squat relatively soon. But I've only got a couple minutes left of this drive, so I'm just gonna drink this pre-workout and probably just listen to music for that last like 5-10 minutes. I'll open that up and we'll get started. So yeah, I will see you all in the gym.
So you trapping in your video and killing in them songs. If the king keep his word, then the lyrics did you wrong. Cause I'm sleeping in the birds, and the visuals is phony. I know everything you rapping about, I did it with my homies. Get money out the soil, huh? Something like oil, right? That don't make you royal.
Okay. Phenomenal day. Belt squat felt really good. I probably could have even gone up, but it's deload week. I'm gonna keep it easy. I've had a lot of exams and just schoolwork and stuff, so there's really nothing wrong with keeping things a little bit lighter and just feeling good. And giving myself a little bit of extra room for recovery. Like there's nothing wrong with that, especially with high stress week and everything like that. So belt squat felt really good. I got, at least on the belt squat, I figured out like this weird squat cue thing. Very, very unconventional, very weird. I did a couple reps with just a bar on my back trying to do the same thing, and it felt pretty good. So we're gonna give that a go on Monday. But that like weird cue thingy has to do with squat path. So typically what I have done, or what I try to do when I squat, is have the pre-hinge leaned over and then just squat straight down. But over my midfoot, all this stuff. But what I was doing on the belt squat, which actually felt really good, is heel bias start position. So like I still have that pre-hinge, but I have the pressure more in my heels, squat down almost like at an angle, like a diagonal towards my midfoot. So like basically, if my midfoot's like over here in this area, my heel's over here, trying to squat like that. So I would be here and over exaggerated, but like almost like, or I guess it would be more like this, rather than trying to go straight up and down, go more at an angle. And for whatever reason, it felt really good. It felt like I was able to get pretty deep. It felt pretty natural, and it didn't feel like I was doing any of this weird stuff. So we'll give it a go on Monday. We'll see how it goes. We're also just going to mess around with squat a little bit. Coach's orders. No, he just kind of said to feel some things out on the warm-ups, like do, a couple extra reps with like 3 reds and just kind of play around with some things and see how everything is feeling. So, yeah, we'll do that on Monday and just see how it goes. Hopefully we can get squat to be feeling good again, or just for the first time almost ever. And like really know what we're doing on squat, because I feel like that's what holds my total back the most. I have a pretty decent bench, like I'm able to keep up with most people. My deadlift is very good, considering like compared to most of my other weight, like my entire weight class. I weighed in super light at nationals, and I still had the second to last pull. And realistically, we probably could have loaded more at nationals. And like I tripled 330. That's a huge triple for 105. So I have a very solid deadlift. The world record deadlift is 366. So, my deadlift is close to that world record. Especially if, considering that I hit the 330 for 3. Even just for 1, that is relatively close. So, but we hit it for 3. So my deadlift is pretty good, especially for my weight class. Bench, is it the best? No, but it's not terrible. Squat is kind of where I fall behind. So if we can get squat to start cooperating and just kind of understanding what we need to do a little bit more, then I think it'll go a long way in improving the total. But we're gonna mess around with some things on Monday. Definitely try that weird pattern and see what happens. Hopefully we can start figuring that out a little bit. In terms of bench felt really good. Top set was not paused. I would have liked to actually pause it, even if it's just like a very, very minor pause. But it's deload week. I took 150, no spot. Not going to complain about that. I do need to internally rotate just a little bit more. I was a little bit kind of tucked, or more tucked than I would have liked. And I could feel my elbows kind of flaring a little bit more than normal. But not going to complain about that. It's deload week, and I took 150 for 6. And it moved good. So I am not going to complain about that one bit. And yeah, so tomorrow let's see, tomorrow's Friday. I don't have any class. I will not be training though. I have a relatively big assignment that I have to do. I already have a good portion of it done. It's just I need to finish it. It's a big one. So definitely want to get that done, or I guess need to get that done. So I'll be doing a lot of that tomorrow. And And yeah, so I'm going to take the day off tomorrow, just recover a little bit. Then we will be back on Saturday for our deadlifts. I don't even know what I have. Nothing too crazy, I can tell you that much, because it is deload. My guess is it's probably going to be like a triple at like 6. So we're probably looking at something like 330, or not 330, 300, somewhere in that range. But we'll just kind of wait and see. Probably just going to take it even a little bit later, try to undershoot that if possible. And yeah, we'll be good. Might register for that competition this weekend. If I do, then it's officially game on. I will be registering in the next couple weeks anyway. That is going to be one hell of a stacked meet. It is going to be full. I know a lot of people that are competing at it, and it is going to be stacked. Really excited for that. I also just know, like, a lot of people that are going to be competing because I've spoken to a lot of them or texted with a lot of them. So, like, I have a good idea who's going to be competing, and it's going to be super exciting. Not sure if I'm going to film that. I don't even know if I'll have the room to film that. It might be just like a full-on yap video. We'll see. I haven't also fully decided if I'm going to like actually train after the fact. So I'll talk to my coach, see what he wants to do. Like, I might just have some accessories or something. I don't know. But we'll figure all of that out. And then go from there. So like if I end up doing accessories, which knowing how crazy I am, I probably will. If I end up doing accessories, I'll record it, obviously, but I'm not going to stress over it too much. I might just do like something like this on my way there, and then like on my way home, recapping the whole thing. If I get clips early enough, then obviously I'll put them in, but I'm not gonna pull clips from the live stream. It looks like awful. It just looks awful. Looks like it's filmed on a potato usually, so I'm not gonna stress about pulling clips from the from the live stream. And yeah, so we'll be doing that in January. No big deal with that. We're gonna do our thing, and yeah. So very good day. I'm gonna spend some time recovering tomorrow and just getting some assignments done that need to get done. And yeah, next week I have Monday, Tuesday off of school. It's like our fall break. It's 2 days. I don't know why they call it a break, but they do. So yeah, kind of looking forward to that. It'll be a little bit easier day, or easier couple days at least. And yeah, everything is great. Ugh, I'm tired. I'm almost home, so I gotta eat up and get to sleep. But I will catch up with everybody on Saturday, and yeah, we're feeling really good at the moment, and we just need to keep things going. So we'll be back on Saturday for some deadlifts and some more bench, and hopefully we can be feeling perfect.